Let's get ready for Monday Mortgage Minute with your hosts, Tom McNamara and Bruce Woodburn.
There we go.
Hey
All
there,
right.
Bruce.
Happy Monday.
Yes, it is. It's Thanksgiving week.
Yeah. This week is always a little weird because, I think people are just so excited about the holidays. Thanksgiving comes on
Thursday.
or on Thursday, but you're off Friday, right? And then
Uh-huh.
you got the whole weekend. And then I think Christmas is coming on a Wednesday this year, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah, I'm
there's
not
some
sure.
odd days that we're having things on. So what does that mean? You have Christmas, then you're back to work Thursday and Friday, and then off Friday and Saturday. I mean, we might
Yeah,
as well just take off till New Year's.
well, you know what? A lot of people do. And, speaking of that, one of the things that I get a lot of questions from people wanting to list their houses, should I list my house now or should I wait until after the holidays? And
Well,
or if I have my house listed, should I take it off the market and what should I do, right?
Well, I think that's a
So,
really important thing to talk about during the holidays because and let's break it down for buyers and sellers. So, for a seller, I understand the inconvenience, right? You may have guests in the house. There may be somebody else staying in one of the bedrooms. You've got maybe gifts lying around.
yep.
There's a lot of cooking going on. However, over the holidays, it is a fact that there is a percentage of people that take their homes off the market. I tried to find what the percentage was and I couldn't find it.
I couldn't
But
find it either.
but you and I both see it happening because I made my calls on last week, and there were several people just said, "Hey, I'm putting everything on hold till after the holidays." Now, I
Absolutely.
want to talk about the cons to that because the pros are it's just an inconvenience for you to shop during the holidays. Okay, you don't like it, you got other things to do,
Yeah.
but if a lot of people are taking their homes off the market, that means that there's less homes on the market, and that gives more buyers an opportunity to negotiate, and it gives sellers less competition,
Less competition. Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. Yep.
So now, for those that are concerned about it, maybe you have to look at if there's Christmas gifts out, maybe putting some Christmas gifts away in a closet.
Right.
Maybe making sure your guests tidy up their rooms. But one of the things that I was reading about that attracts people to want to look at homes during the holidays also is that your homes tend to be more inviting during that time of the year.
They can be. They can be. And obviously I go in a lot of homes, right? I mean, I'm in homes all the time. And
It's your job.
you know, yeah. And so, during this time of year, some people have very nice, tasteful, typical types of decorations, and some other people go a little overboard or maybe a little off the rails. And that's your thing. That's fine, right? No judgment there,
No
but
judgment.
no judgment there.
You're
But
allowed to be tacky at Christmas.
yeah, but a lot like black paint, it's not necessarily everybody's bag, right?
No.
So if you're trying to appeal to a mass audience, which we are when we're trying to sell our house, right? We don't want a particular person to buy our house. We want the person that's going to give us the most money to buy our house. So we need to appeal to the biggest number of people so that we have the most opportunity to sell to
Well,
that
and
high.
then, the best advice I can give somebody for that, go drive around to the big builders, see how they decorate their homes, what colors they have.
Yep.
And I guarantee you, there's not a lot of clutter. You're not
No,
seeing, you're
no,
not seeing, you're not seeing, diaper bags and all kinds of stuff laying around the house and,
that's right.
pet beds and things like that. Minimalize it. If you're trying to get the most money, you've got to do what you can to position yourself to get the most money, and you consult with people on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Fortunately, we do. We one of our services as we take a listing on is we advise on staging, if you will, not necessarily bringing in new furniture, although sometimes we do, but decluttering, fixing certain things that should be done. And then I give tips on that last minute, like right before the showing. What do you do?
Right.
I remember the last time I personally sold a house. I had 3 kids at the time. I still have 3 kids, but I had 3 children in the house. And when we sold, or when we had a listing come, or somebody coming in to look at it, everybody had a job.
Yep.
Everybody had to go do 3 things, 4 things, whatever those things were, right? And so it's like, hey, we've got somebody coming in an hour. Let's go. And we got it
Hey,
down to
have you
where we
ever
were
had
done
a
in 15
client?
minutes.
Have you ever had a client that just refused to do something that you knew was a real deal killer for people walking through the house?
I have,
What
I
was
mean,
the
there's,
worst thing you ever saw a client do that you thought, "Oh my God, like there might as well be chalk lines on the floor here. It looks like a crime scene."
I mean, besides just general not keeping your house in an orderly condition, like things like dirty grout lines and stuff like that, probably the worst thing that you can do that's easy to fix is not leave a boatload of dirty dishes in the sink.
Or
Because
laundry laying around.
or laundry laying around, but dishes in the sink is horrible, and I'll tell you why. Because the everybody knows this. If you're not a single person, if you're a family, the wife buys the house based on the kitchen.
Yep.
And if that kitchen is dirty, she's going to think it's always dirty. And I
Yep.
don't want a dirty kitchen.
I agree. I agree.
So, so take 10 minutes, throw the dishes in the dishwasher. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay. Nobody opens the dishwasher, right?
that's right.
But
That's
throw the
right.
dishes in the dishwasher and clean out the sink, because that's it. That's my number 1 tip.
All right. So a couple other things I want to talk about. I want to cover the market because, we woke up today and it was a brand new day. And guess
Yep.
what? I want to share this screen with you here. So I've been telling all my clients, don't refinance right now. Things are going to get better. You're getting hammered by solicitations to refinance. Rates are going to get a little bit better. Hold off, hold off, hold off. So we want the bond market to be doing better. We want it to be up. Bonds up means rates down. So we're up 44 basis points today. Now, that's a big day. Now, it's still early in the day, so things can change. But let's just take a look at this bond chart and see where we are. We see we're here right now. Look at what a beautiful day we've had. Now, if we can get a few of those and we can start inching up into this territory here, you're going to see things get a lot better. Now, if we look at this chart, this is where we were when the Fed cut the Fed rate the first time. And you see how much worse things got. And then they cut it again here. Look at how much worse they got. So
Right.
things are starting to settle in, and hopefully we can get back up into at least this territory in the next, I don't know, 6 weeks or so. I think if we can just keep going in that direction, we can see some better times ahead. And that's going
Absolutely.
to get the new year
Now,
really started off on a nice note for us.
so right now we're at 99.5, right? And when we're at 10, it looks like 101 and a half, 101 and 3/4 back here in
Yeah.
September.
Yeah.
What's the difference in rate there?
Well, right now you're hovering right around the 7% range, maybe a little bit better today, maybe 6 7/8 or 6 3/4.
Okay.
We haven't got rates out completely. They're just coming out now. But back here, you're probably around 6 1/4.
Okay.
Uh,
So we get that back. We're back into the low
you're going to
sixes instead of the high
you're going to
sixes.
improve by close to a point better in interest rates. Be close to it.
Gotcha.
And then,
Okay.
of course, if we can get into some better territory, obviously we'd like that. But I don't see, this is where we were in September. You can see where we were back in COVID. Those times aren't going to happen. But
Right.
we could get into this point right here. We could be in the fives, and then we're in business again. So I'm
Right.
thinking about 104 would be a really good mark for us. It
Gotcha.
really would.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Hey, we got a target, right?
We have a target. We have a
And
plan.
so and so we got a lot of, this is obviously a short week, right? Not a lot going on as far as people's lives. A lot of people have the week off. I don't, you don't, my wife doesn't, but A lot of people do. So, what's going on in the news that's going to drive any of this?
Well, if we scroll down in here, we can see what's happening in the market. So there's only really 2 days that we're going to have any activity in the market, and that's going to be tomorrow. That there's some moderate activity coming out, but you do have new home sales coming up, and it's projected to be down, which actually could improve interest rates, and that could be what the market's looking at right now.
Could be, right?
You've got the Fed the minutes coming out. That we don't know if it'll have any impact on it. And then you got Wednesday, and then everybody's off for the rest of the week. But you've got they've got a busy day on Wednesday. There's a lot of different indicators and different charts coming out. So I think that it'll remain to be seen, but I think that we're into some better times here. I mean,
Fair enough.
that up 44 basis points is really good. And you can see that the Dow's doing better as well. NASDAQ's up, S&P 500's up. My advice to everybody, and I'm not a stockbroker, I'm not a financial advisor, but that would be, you want to be in the market. You've got to be in the market. Whatever you have sitting in cash is not making you any money. If you don't know where to put your money, then put it in the S&P 500. It's up plus 20% already year to date.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. All right. Well, it's going to be a short work week, but I can tell you this: the market for me is getting more brisk. I'm putting houses under contract. I put one under contract this weekend. I have a listing that went live this weekend, and we got a ton of activity on it. I'm expecting to get an offer on that this week before the Thanksgiving holiday even hits. So,
good.
If you're out there thinking about buying,
do it now. Do it now.
Do it.
And they can go to your website and check out all your listings. You can show them
Absolutely.
any property. You work in the state of Florida, but we both operate in all 50 states, so we can help you anywhere you are. If you are a lender and you need help, you can always call me. I'll always help you. Even if you don't work for my company, it's okay. If you're looking for opportunities to work for a great company, I'm opening branches across the country, so we can always talk about that. I will be teaching my Leapfrog class on January the 22nd. So listen, realtors and clients that want to invest in real estate, I'm going to show you how I did it so I could maximize my leverage, get the best deal on a house, how to find the right homes, how to manage the right homes, how to choose the right tenants, how to build wealth in real estate, retire with money, and be able to pass that on generationally. If that's what you're looking for, I'll show you how to own 5 properties that will all be free and clear within 20 years. And you will have about $3.5 to $4.5 million in free and clear real estate, producing $25,000 to $35,000 a month in income. If that's what you want, join my class. $25 to get in, $30 per couple. Maitland at the Yale House on January 22nd, 6:30.
Awesome. Awesome. It's an excellent way to get rich slow.
Right?
It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's a get rich slow scheme.
Yep. But if you follow my process, I guarantee you, if you have young adults, you don't want them to miss this class. I got to go. Time out. We'll see you next week. Happy